Endstation.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
So. Carlyle hat nur so getan, als wäre sie überhaupt tot. Und dann ist sie von den Toten wieder auferstanden. Das macht Sinn. Na gut. Dann werden wir etwas sehr Perfektes feststellen. Also finden wir eine Möglichkeit. So. Ach ja, by the way. Ich spiele es diesmal auf Profi, weil auf den Ultimate Master bedeutet das. Okay. Das wird das erste Mal sein, dass ich das Game auf Profi spielen werde. Ich kann es zwar auf Einsteiger spielen, aber wir probieren es so. Ich würde sagen, here we go. Okay, es gibt auch noch die Fallakte. Gut. Ich habe so oder so eine perfekte Idee. Okay.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Alles klar. Gut. Du bist der Privatdetektiv.
private area, sir.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious. That's why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator.
Okay, gut. So, ich muss einen Weg finden, ihn herzukommen. Ohne Attention von den Wachen zu kriegen. Okay, benutzen wir Trick 17.
Hey? What was that noise?
Okay, wir locken ihn ganz weit weg.
I'm awesome.
So. Perfekt.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on!
That's right.
No, no, no!
Perfekt. Gut. Okay, okay. Ach, ich könnte zwar gerne wegen Genick brechen, aber Unschuldige geht es ja nicht. Sehr. Die Münze. Gut. Alles klar.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Hey there, big guy.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me that she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read into them and freak out. Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Natürlich. Okay. Okay, dann machen wir erst den Plan.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in
Looking
fact
good,
not
man.
dead at all.
Looking good.
So please bear with them if they seem
Danke.
affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Okay. Danke.
A locked
netter
room
Butler.
murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Dann fangen wir an. Aha. Was haben wir denn hier?
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Und das wird also die einzigste Aha. Ein Abschied.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Ich bin erst gerade am Umschauen, Diana. Aber danke für den Tipp. Na gut. So. Okay, Buch herausziehen. Was?
A hidden
Aha.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Das macht irgendwie Sinn. Was ist das? Lageplan des Herrenhauses. Aha.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
Also das würde erklären, warum. Okay, ich nehme kurz mein Foto-Handy raus. Okay. Erstmal durchchecken wir. Okay, was ist das? Okay. Whisky.
throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Na gut.
Greetings, sir.
Servus. Na gut. Dann gehen wir runter und suchen den. Entschuldigung. Ich brauche noch mehr Infos.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is
Na
very
gut.
useful information, 47.
Alles klar. Hier haben wir schon durchsucht. Okay. Zachary. Also müssen wir Verdächtigen. Also wir können beginnen, nach Verdächtigen zu suchen. Aber erstmal.
So
Okay, wie komme ich noch? Okay,
how does
erstmal.
one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants then? You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
So.
Patrick
You know,
Carlisle.
I told Patrick off.
Can you tell
I'm
me
not
where
interested
you were
in
yesterday
someone who
evening?
bosses you around like that.
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my...
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did
Noch
you see
eins.
anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him.
Ah,
He could have done
Fernsby. Hm. Okay. Verstehe. Okay.
Incredibly dangerous situation.
Also es könnte irgendwie, wenn das irgendwie stimmen könnte. Okay, wer bist du? Oh, die Madame lebt! Das kann nicht wahr sein. So. Okay.
Oh, stop
Pen.
pacing, for God's sake, Emma.
Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. They just come here and play. Show up like nothing to me.
Sup?
Says.
Well, what did you find? You'd better well have a damn good reason for... not being here in person. Christ!
Oh fuck! Ja. Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung. Ich bin weg. Oh, das war verfickt nochmal knapp. Okay. Ein kleines Office. Und hier wimmelnde Wachen. Okay, dann werde ich weiter auf meine Detektivsituation fortsetzen und nach interessanten Beweisen suchen. Nur so kann ich... Okay, wie ich gehört habe, gibt es irgendwo eine Fallakte. Ich muss sie nur finden.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Okay, das ist also das Zimmer, wo Rebecca ist. Okay, no. Okay. Ah, fuck. Ich hätte als erstens unten nachschauen müssen. Okay, gut. Wir sind drin. Was finden wir denn hier Schönes?
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Aha. Und das würde also erklären, wie zum Teufel das passiert ist. Na gut. Durchsuchen wir weiter. Okay. Ein Gemälde. Noch ein Geheimgang. Und hier kann man noch schön die Leichen verstecken. Warte. Okay. YouTube. Ach, hallo. Na dann. Was? Ach, da. Okay. Im Zimmer habe ich schon durchsucht. So, jetzt muss ich noch zu Emma. Okay, Zachary habe ich schon durchsucht. Rebecca. Okay. So. Wo finde ich überhaupt... Okay. Einmal geradeaus, dann links, dann wieder geradeaus und dann links. Na gut. So, einmal hier lang. Dann so.
Something's off.
Oh, das ist der
That
Bad.
door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Ach, hier bin ich richtig. Ein Rasiermesser, oder? Okay. Okay. So. Perfect. Gut.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Wäre mir auch die Frage. Schuh und Fußabdrücken. Okay. Und es fehlt nicht da noch. Only one evidence. Okay. So. What the hell is...
Now this is interesting, 47.
Ah.
A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Aha. Das erklärt auch den Grund des Sackens. Okay, wer ist rausgegangen? Ah, nur ein Security Guard. Na gut.
Calm the fuck down, Anne. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drink. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you calm the fuck down.
Okay.
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Aha. Anscheinend haben wir es gibt irgendwie noch spürbare Informationen. Okay. Was haben wir jetzt? Flussspur.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Echo looks everywhere.
No power.
So. Okay. Ah, sie. Ich habe mit ihnen ein Wörtchen zu klären.
Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quizen. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Nur eins noch.
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Okay, wir haben so. Entschuldigen Sie.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spec... The night, Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
It's suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Wegen verdächtigen Aktivitäten möchte ich wissen.
Anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning, or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Okay. Wahrscheinlich ist es irgendwie so, und das von dort irgendwie noch. Okay. Okay, wie viele der Stellen muss ich noch abfu... Nein. Nur noch eins hier und dann im Gewächshaus. Okay. Mal sehen, was ich finden kann.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared at dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Anything else you want to ask me?
Being Zachary.
Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Wie sie meinen, Rebecca.
Okay. Did you find out that the vote was notarized? How the hell did that happen?
Okay.
No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the record.
So. Okay. Jetzt muss ich noch irgendwie schaffen, in Fernsbys Office zu kommen. Ich denke, ich habe da eine Möglichkeit. Okay. Fernsby's Office ist genau da drin. Oder?
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Gentleman.
Okay, aber
Gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance. Hello there.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. Needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Aha.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But from what is safe with her, she never misses a step.
Okay. Gut. So. Wo? Ah. Okay. Ach, die gute alte Dietrich.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Aha. Okay. 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 Gut.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And for the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Aha. Okay. Ein Schlüssel. Eine Liste. Interessant. Das wird also erklären, warum die Carlyles es irgendwie geschafft. Also wenn das wahr ist, dass Zachary durch die gesamte Familie.
You and me both.
How can you? I wish you'd take things more seriously.
What are you going on about now?
This whole situation isn't normal. How do you think it affects Patrick? He must be so confused. I don't like how Alexa's way of running things impacts our son.
Patrick? His only concern right now is boredom. He's too young to appreciate the spectacle of mother screwing up.
He's worried about something. A mother knows. This concerns his future as well. All this will be his someday.
Exactly. He has nothing to worry.
So.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Das wird er also erklären. Okay. Gut, wir haben genügend Infos und aber eine einzige Stelle fehlt mir. Und die Masken. Okay. Gucken wir uns das Gewächshaus. Okay. Hoffentlich finden wir von dort die letzte Information. Anscheinend haben wir alle gesamten Verdächtigen befragen. Gut.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset, believing his sister was...
He worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said they let him stay here. But Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out first chance she got. And now we'll never know.
Oh, my. You're taking this hard, aren't you?
Okay. Hier drin sieht für mich nicht ganz danach aus. Das ist... Okay, was bist du? Das ist also... Okay. Das ist also das Gewächshaus. Und von dort brauche ich hier den einzigen Schlüssel. Den haben wir zwar gefunden, aber wenn ich einfach so die Crowbar nutze und es aufbreche, dann werde ich...
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all his rare plants now.
Oh, come on, Oliver. I understand why you're so upset. It's such a shock to all of us.
So. Okay. Irgendwer muss doch in den... Okay. Mist. It appears I'm already too late. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Hier kann man auch genauso aufmachen, aber... Schlechte Idee. Ich muss wissen. Okay.
Now Zachary won't get to see the rhododendron peregrinium blossom. They were his favorites.
I know, Oliver, I know. We shall all miss him dearly.
Es wird mir nichts weiterhelfen. Irgendwer muss... Okay. Okay.
Seriously, we should step into this venturing. It's not safe at all.
Ich könnte zwar die Tür jetzt öffnen, aber ich denke, ich werde irgendwie schon in Trouble kommen. Okay, ich habe nicht genügend Evidence, um die Situation zu lösen.
Hello, sir.
Tagchen. Okay, wo will die hin? Könnte noch normal mit dem Schlüssel reinkommen. Ach ja, ich habe meinen Kanalnamen umgeändert. Statt Stealth bin ich wieder Pro Gamer LP. Nur das Pfote Gamers weißt. Und auch mein Ehrenbruder. Geleck mir am Arsch. Ich kann nix finden. Really? Nothing. Oder... Okay. Wir müssen außerdem noch weitere... Ich will das schon zwingen. Ja, Himmel schon zwingen.
Manually plugged in fuses? Do they even exist anymore? How old is this shit?
Shit.
Now Zachary won't get to see the rhododendron periginium blossom. They were his favorites.
No, Oliver, I know. It'll all make you
Mann. Ich muss irgendwie da reinkommen. Irgendwer hat doch normal...
Can you please sit down? Yes. If I could just think of something interesting to say during the shoot to grab Rebecca's attention. I had something
Irgendwer hat doch verfickt nochmal Zugang. Oder muss man abwarten, bis wer reinkommt? Oder wie?
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all his rare plants now.
Come on, Oliver. I understand why you're so upset. It's such a shock to all of us.
Der Typ ist echt so geraged. Wird es mir nichts weiter.
Typical that Annie gets to help the photographer. I'm the pretty one.
Dann scheiß auf das. Sollte genügen. Normal hätte ich irgendwie auf Glück erwartet, aber ich muss irgendwie einen Schlüssel finden, damit ich auch ratzfatz reinkommen kann, aber keine Chance. Okay, ich habe schon jeden befragt. Rather, dass es irgendwie nach genügend... Okay. Aber wir... Okay. Okay. Ich hätte nur nach dem Butler gesucht. Ich suche nur nach dem Butler. Okay.
I received a bulk token for the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly that I should give it to Rebecca in case of your death?
Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the file on her.
So, sorry Leute, dass ich irgendwie ein bisschen zu lang gebraucht habe. Nun brauchen wir noch weiter nach großen Gründen nach Aktionen.
Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful she'll be in trouble if she knows?
She will start digging when she realizes things don't add up, inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and resourceful. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurts. But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
Okay. Das wird... Okay. Das beim Gewächshaus können wir definitely vergessen. Okay.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Huh?
Didn't you say something about a shake before?
What was he like?
Did you fall for
So I think,
put a pin in it? Yeah.
yeah, what you said.
Was fehlt mir noch? Ich habe doch schon jede Verdächtige befragt. Warte mal. Es gibt noch eine einzige Stelle. Das Gewächshaus! Ich werde safe, dass jemand drin ist. Ich werde safe. Okay. Ich brauche... Hoffentlich ist jemand da. Dann gehe ich rein, fotografiere das und dann habe ich es hingekriegt. Dann habe ich genügend Infos, dass der Butler mich Verdammt! Ich muss irgendwie das Gewächshaus unbemerkt betreten. Aber wenn ich es normal öffne, werde ich irgendwie Trouble bekommen. Okay. Oder ich kann vielleicht den Key Location finden. Okay, Key.
In there, but off the top.
Okay. Ich muss... Okay.
So many on call for a pretend funeral. These are extraordinary times at Thornbridge Manor.
It looks really good though. Latest bad, throw a fake funeral. It'll make your garden look great.
You may laugh now, but I have a bad feeling we haven't seen the end of this.
Warte mal. Wenn ich mich nicht direkt täusche. Das Gewächshausschlüssel ist direkt in den Händen von Emma. That makes sense. Nur die Frage ist, wie kann ich sie herlocken, ohne von jemandem gesehen zu werden? Okay.
I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, come on. You're so incredibly.
Okay. Der Schlüssel zum Gewächshaus ist direkt in Emmas Händen. Ja. Und ich ihn. I don't know, just collateral damage must be. Perfekt. Poisonable flower. Okay. Perfekt. Mit Hilfe dieses Schlüssel komme ich zum Gewächshaus. Jetzt habe ich genügend Gelegenheit. Außerdem muss ich noch...
I'll never get how the rich do this. All this fuss for a pretend funeral. And why not do a photo shoot because we're all gathered? Talk about messed up multitasking.
I will never again meet someone like that. I can't bear to think of what happened.
Perfekt. Wir sind drin. Okay. Gut. Scan.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for the poisoning.
Aha.
Seriously, to step into this century. It's not safe at all. If this was back home, it would be a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Okay. Jetzt sollte ich probieren. Alter, die checken überhaupt nichts. Pfui, Idioten. Warte mal. Ah, fuck. Einen einzigen Hinweis habe ich übersehen. Okay. Du bist kein Hinweis. Okay, der Golfschläger. Hä? Ach, da vorne.
Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to... And Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Ah, ich muss weitere genügend Evidence suchen. Perfekt. Verdächtige haben wir befragt. Und Orte haben wir durchgecheckt. So. Dann auf zu Madame Carlyle. Und dann suchen wir noch die Akte. Und dann verschwinden wir aus der Halle. So ist der Plan. Dann mal rauf. Und ich bin ziemlich sicher, von da muss ich wieder geflitzt werden. Obwohl ich noch eine Waffe habe. Na gut.
No need to panic.
Ah, okay, danke. Weil ich muss mit Madame Carlyle für eine Information sprechen.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
He's in charge of the staff.
Ah, perfekt.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat.
Natürlich.
Go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Mont. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifice made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I'll send you an invoice.
Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. I trust you'll see yourself out. I need some privacy. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Ich brauche noch genauso Frischluft. Ja, ja. Okay. Tja. Leb wohl!
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Gut. Arthur Edwards. Okay. Da wir sie gekümmert haben, brauchen wir noch Infos. Was?
Gotta dig this place. Ancestral graveyard, trophy room, and the office safe is hidden behind a portrait, with a secret mechanism for uncovering it. It's got real soul.
First time here?
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive, all right.
Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
Hä? Ich kann die nicht mal interagieren, ey. Ah, fuck. Dann muss ich es anders machen. Ich wechsle zum nächsten Speicherpunkt, weil mir ist da was auf die Idee gekommen. Statt das Geld brauche ich... Okay. Dann machen wir es anders.
Of course, Madam Carlyle doesn't. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madam Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madam Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Natürlich. Okay. Na gut. Statt das Geld brauche ich die Akte. Nur so wird es mir helfen. Okay. Machen wir denselben Trick wie damals.
How are you today, sir?
Mir geht's gut. Ich bin nun wegen Madame Carlyle hier. Na gut. Dum. Gut.
Looking good today, sir.
Freut es mich auch. So, wo finde ich die Stelle?
This is Madam Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Ah, nett von Ihnen.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, conclusion. Take a seat.
Natürlich.
Go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it.
Danke. Arthur
You what is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Danke.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Just the bitch!
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
What the fuck?
Are there any gardeners outside you haven't seen before? There are a lot of them on the grounds.
Scheiße. Die Übertragung ist weg. Verdammt. Okay, wir haben, was wir brauchen können.
Hello there, sir.
Hallo, ich bin mit der Fall fertig. Zeit zu gehen. Okay, wir haben die Fallakte. Carlyle ist Geschichte. Okay, gut. Ich muss los. Ich bin fertig. Gut. Okay. Gibt es auch andere? Nein, nur ein einziges. Na gut. Sie
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Verdammt. Okay, Zeit zu gehen. Okay. Puh. Mission 2 done. Wir haben es geschafft. Eine sehr lange Folge, aber zum Glück haben wir es hingekriegt. 19.000. Unsere Bewertung ist leider ICA Schattenkiller. Na gut. So. Gut. Du schuldest ihn nichts.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood.
That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Scheiße.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. You're all that's left now.
Fuck. Gray. Er war der einzige Schlüssel, den wir... Er wäre unsere einzige Chance, Providence zu stoppen. Fuck! Na gut. Ich muss sagen, das war echt spannend und hat mir echt Spaß gemacht. Und wir sehen uns dann im nächsten